YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute. I know, it's been a minute for me too. It's been a little over a week, but we're back and I'm ready to continue on from the last video that we had. And this is kind of a part 2 to that. I don't want to cram too much into one video because then you kind of miss some of the specifics. To be honest, information overload is a real thing. So this is going to be part 2 and I'm going to cover things like FORMA, Orokin Catalyst and reactors, corrupted mods, dark sector missions, syndicates, ducats, and prime farming, and who Baro Kiteer is. If this video helped or you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe down below. We are trying to hit YouTube partner by the end of the year. We're about halfway there. So congratulations to you, congratulations to me. Enjoy the rest of the video. So starting this thing off, what is FORMA? You see everybody talking about, oh, built FORMA this, built FORMA that, Plague Star, you can get all this built FORMA, but what do you actually need it for? Now, outside of constructing weapons and items that need FORMA to be built, the main purpose of FORMA is to take your mastered Warframe or weapon that's rank 30 and take it right back down to 0. In the case for Warframes, the reason that you want FORMA and to use it and to reset your Warframe or weapon is because when you FORMA, which is this option down here, it'll have actions depending on what console or platform you're on, whether it's PC or console. You'll have this actions button down here and you can go to polarize, which is right here. So when you do this, it's going to give you any of the slots right here where you put regular mods, and you can make that any polarity that you want to. You can take really expensive mods that, you know, are like 14 or 16 where it takes a ton of capacity away from you. You can cut it in half. And the more that you can do this, the better off you'll be, because then you can put, technically you can put a bunch of level 14 or 16 mods all across the board, and they can be fully max ranked and you can be a freaking powerhouse. Or in the case of weapons, I bring here my Baza Prime that I'm usually always using unless I'm leveling something up. You can see I have Amalgam Serration, Galvanized Chamber, Heavy Caliber, and that Ribbon mod costs 18 capacity just to put on. But because I've formatted this Baza 6 times, every single mod slot is going to be cut in half as long as I use the right polarity. Get the maximum amount out of a mod for only half the cost. That is how important FORMA is. Now on to a similar subject, which is Orokin Catalyst and reactors. You get to it the same way you would get to the FORMA polarization. The Orokin reactors are only for Warframes. The Orokin Catalyst is only for weapons. And all an Orokin reactor or catalyst does is it doubles the mod capacity from 30 to 60. Base, even if you have a prime Warframe, a prime weapon, whatever, once you get it to level 30, it's just going to cap out at 30. It doesn't matter. Unless you use an Orokin Catalyst or Reactor, which then takes it from 30 to 60. There is a little caveat here. With Warframes, they have aura mods. And if you can match that polarity, you can see Octavia goes from, she was at 30, then you put an Orokin Reactor in, she goes to 60. And then you put a matching aura mod in, it goes to 74 capacity. That's huge. And of course, with melees, you also have the stance mod up here. So the weapon originally maxes out at 30, use an Orokin Catalyst, goes up to 60, and then if you use the correct stance mod, it'll go up by 10 to 70. Now the next thing I want to talk about, which is really important, I feel like it kind of fits this narrative right now because of FORMA and reactors and catalysts and all that, also have corrupted mods. And corrupted mods you can get from Deimos. You unlock Deimos pretty early in the game, and what you're looking for on Deimos is one of the vault doors. And this will spawn, as long as it's not a boss battle or a defense, every other mission will spawn a guaranteed vault door. Sometimes it's in the middle of the map, sometimes it's in a corner that you didn't even know was there, and sometimes when you spawn, if you look right behind you, sometimes it'll be right behind you at spawn. Now corrupted mods are, like this example, Overextended, which is one of the more popular corrupted mods, plus 90% ability range, negative 60% strength. Now these of course are dependent on what Warframe you're using and what powers that you're building that Warframe towards to be stronger. Some Warframes you don't need a whole lot of strength, but you need a lot of range, and in that case Overextended would be perfect. For Octavia, as we all know, her mallet, as it takes damage, it also increases its damage output. So with strength taking a hit and being debuffed, it's actually not a big deal because that power alone builds its own strength just by taking damage. Overextended does stack with stretch and auger reach, range 265%. I'm sure there's ways to get that even more. Now, in the case of primary weapons, there are also corrupted mods like this, plus 200% critical chance, but a negative 20% fire rate. On the same token, heavy caliber plus 165% damage, negative 55% accuracy. And if you have some mods that double, like Vigilante Fervor, where it's plus 45% fire rate, and it's also adding to my 10% chance to enhance critical hits, critical delay all of a sudden isn't so much of a hindrance as it is an actual buff entirely. Now what you'll need is you'll need to have Deimos unlocked, and you'll need one of each bleeding, decaying, extinguished, hobble dragon key. I'm not going to go over these too much, but you need a clan to build these. And if you are in a clan, just go to your Orokin Vault, buy each and every one of these blueprints, build at least one of these keys. If you're going to go by yourself, you'll have to equip every single one of these keys. If you're with one friend, both of you carry 2. If you're with a full squad, each person carries 1. It doesn't matter who opens the vault door, everybody will get the reward at the end of the mission. One more thing I want to talk about are dark sector missions, and these are on pretty much every planet, and these grant a lot of boosts. Plus 20% resource drop chance, plus 15% affinity from kills in general, plus 10% affinity from melee kills. The survival up here, and you can see plus 10% affinity from shotgun kills, and if you go to Pluto or Neptune or wherever, they'll probably be different as well, with rifle kills, pistol kills. The biggest thing to take from this is the added affinity from kills and the resource drop chance. If you come down here to the bottom right, you can always see which planet has what resources that drop. If you're in the business of maybe dropping a FORMA on one of your weapons, you want to rank it up pretty quick, find a dark sector mission. And if you need some hexanon or neural sensors, go to Jupiter, do a dark sector mission, so you'll get added neural sensors, or the chance of, and you'll also rank up that weapon or warframe much faster. And one last thing I'd like to talk about is Baro Kiteer. It baffles my mind how much people actually don't seem to really know about Baro or what he does, or if they do know about him, they don't know how important and integral he is. He's the only source to get primed mods, which prime mods are just a buffed version of its original counterpart. But Baro is the only way that you can get primed mods, and he also brings a lot of decorations, he brings a lot of armor, he brings a lot of Prisma stuff, posters, floofs, regular 60/60 mods that are hard to get otherwise, just a lot of good stuff. Baro does show up once every 2 weeks, and he always brings something new, and he shows up on a new relay. Baro just left this past week, and I already miss him. Like, that man always invites me to the party, and I always have to turn him down because, oh man, you know what, it's double XP weekend, I can't do it. Oh man, Kanzu needs my help over here with freaking Vahek and damn Hematite. I can't party right now, dude. Now, if you want to buy things from Baro, you're gonna have to have ducats. How do you get ducats? You get prime parts. How do you get prime parts? You go to Fisher missions and you use a relic. My recommendation, this is how I kind of approach it. I'll usually go and do like a Lith survival or a Miso survival or defense, anything that's endless, because it just feels like less of a pain. As long as I'm staying in the game, I'm at a place where I can get a bunch of resources that I might need at the time, especially plastids with all this Plague Star stuff. I'm comfortable sitting there for 30, 40 minutes just burning Lith relics that I already know I have a million of every part of whatever it is, right? So you're going to get a bunch of extras. Those extras, unless they're a vaulted warframe or weapon, sell those to Baro. You can get 12 Bronco blueprints. Ain't nobody gonna buy that, I'm gonna tell you that right now. So one person that will buy it is the party man himself, Baro Kiteer. And all you gotta do is go to his little kiosk that's right next to him, list all the prime parts you want to sell to him. Once you sell them, you will get ducats. Once you get ducats, you can buy anything in his inventory so long as you have the currency or ducats or both. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below. I do appreciate the support. I see all the sub numbers going up. Even in my absence, in my break, you guys are killing it. I appreciate you a lot. I hope this video helped. I'm going to take off, get my Warframe game on today. I'm already done with work for the day, so I'm feeling good. Y'all have a good rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next one.